Dear Mr. Rubeš, these window decals on the entrance display of the establishment, due to their scale, glaring, colors, and placement on the exterior side of the glazing, are definitely not in compliance with the standard requirements of Prague Department of Monument Care for business signage. They were installed without the knowledge of our department, and therefore a sanction and corrective administrative procedure will be initiated with the responsible person. The business has not opened yet, and they're already violating something. I mean, come on. Today's episode will be once again about our favorite sweet pastry loved by tourists all around the globe, trdelník. And just in case you're a first-time viewer of our show, the sweet pastry that every single tourist has in their hands has nothing to do with our country. It came with the tourists. It's like spaghetti meatballs. You will not see those in Italy. You'll see them everywhere else. Or California roll with sushi. That's not a thing from Japan. Or like thinking Taco Bell is a Mexican food. No, it is not. The fact that it's everywhere doesn't mean it's local. Just like this sweet pastry has nothing to do with our country. It was not around 15, 20 years ago. It came with the tourists. This is one of my absolutely favorite streets in Prague, the Bridge Street, Mostecká, because it leads up to the Charles Bridge. And if you're thinking, well, finally there's going to be a place to get this sweet pastry, there is already 5 of those venues on 230 meters. In other words, every 30 meters there is one. So there will be a new one. We actually found out the news that they're gonna build this new venue from an Instagram post by this guy who happens to show off with building new places like these.
Za mnou to poznáváte, Karlův most. A hnedka tady je ten modrý domek, ta směnárna, tady tohle. Tady bude trvalo kafe prodejna. Slušný, ne? Tady údajně teď dělají obrat až 3 miliony měsíčně, takže dělat 1,5 nebude zase tak těžko. Nic lepšího už fakt nejde.
He did get some nasty comments from Czechs under this post. One of them, my favorite, saying, "You're saying it like you're opening a children's hospital." And yeah, I agree with that. Look, I did my best. Like here in this blue house, I'm gonna open a Trvlo cafe. Like, man, we're gonna make some cash. The amount of tourists that buy this pastry blows my mind. But hey, that's free market. I have nothing to criticize. I mean, I can criticize it, but there's nothing I can change about it. The only person that can actually change it is the tourists. If they stop buying it, they will shut down. But if they keep buying it, obviously they'll be opening new venues. And since the building is privately owned, we cannot do a thing. Kolik procent z toho je trdelník?
No, ale máme fouky tak 50%.
50% jsou trdelníky. To je hustý. So she said 50% of the truck is leftovers from trdelník. And who pays the trash? We do. The tourists don't pay that. It's not included in the price. Well, here's the price of the trdelník. It's 12 euros, but you're going to throw it away, so there's an extra euro fee. Oh, I wish that could be possible. But let's be fair. If all the house owners decide that they only want trdelníks in their bottom floors, they can do that. I really hope they will not. So anyhow, 6 venues, but believe it or not, there could have been one selling the sweet pastry not on the street, but actually on the bridge from the 14th century. I am just entering the world-famous 14th century Charles Bridge. Technically, it's the same street, but we're on a bridge. And the company that we just showed that already has 2 venues in that street, I can see both of them, wanted to be here as well, right on the bridge. This house, though, is not privately owned, but it's city-owned. So they had to apply to get the space. And no, they didn't apply with just one company. They applied with 3 different companies to win. Rio International, Trvlo Cafe Development 1, and Bubblify International. All 3 companies, same one owner. And did they win this space, this venue? No, they did not. The city is sort of fed up with all the trdelník stands all around, so they simply said no, and they let a different company win. So believe it or not, there's going to be a traditional Czech bakery with traditional Czech... No. So you wonder who actually won the space. Well, believe it or not, there is going to be a gallery. The space was won by a company called Iris Factory Czech. And Under the word gallery, what do you imagine? Do you imagine some pictures that you can buy hanging on the walls? No. It's gonna be one of those, we'll take a picture of your eye and we'll print it out for you for 40 euros and here you can buy it. For the space of 16 square meters, this company offered to pay to the city 15,000 euros a month. So every month they'll have to make more than that to stay in profit by selling pictures of Iris to tourists. So 15,000 euros into the city's pocket, or more specifically Prague 1, the small district where all the tourism is. Even the district themselves, they say, we're unique in one thing. We make a lot of money from renting out commercial businesses, commercial spaces. And they even show how much money they make in total as the city part. They make 40 million euros a year. Now, will 15,000 euros help them? How will they use it? Will they use it to benefit locals? Or maybe locals would benefit more if you would rent out the places, the spaces, for something the locals can actually use. I mean, I'm a local, I walk here every day. Will I want a picture of my iris? I don't know. Most likely not. By the way, the idea of taking a picture of your eye, of your iris, and then printing it out, I've seen it in other touristy locations. So if you know of a place like that in your city, let us know in the comments below. There is already one place like that in Prague. The idea is you gotta have a product that's really cheap to make, which you're just printing a picture, and you can sell it for a lot. In this case, it's quite unique still, so I guess tourists will love it. So we got two choices here. Make a lot of money or make something only for locals that they will love. Well, I believe there's a third way. You can actually make something where you still make some money and tourists will love it and the locals will love it and use it as well. And the example is just around the corner. Before I show you the place I want to show you, I will also answer a question that I get asked a lot in the summer, and that is, hey, what's that partner of your video that will provide me with an eSIM card so I don't have to overpay for roaming fees? Well, the name of the partner is Saily. Is he proposing? Woo! Did you actually propose? Wow, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
That's so cool. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. Where are you guys from?
Belgium.
Belgium. Okay, that just happened. Oh, well, anyhow, if you're also planning to travel to a foreign country to propose to your loved one, you may want to remember that with someone taking a picture and then sending the picture to other loved ones you have abroad. So get your eSIM ready. Don't look for physical SIM cards when you travel to the country. Just get it before you go. Go to Saily.com. The link will be below the video. And don't forget, when you check out and use the code HONESTGUIDE, you'll get 15% off. I don't have to point out the importance of staying connected, especially when you travel, so get ready before you go with Saily. So thank you, Saily, get Saily. Congratulations to you guys. And let me finally show you the place where I believe the world of tourism and locals meet under the city-owned roof. And this to me, right here, right behind me, is the sweet spot, I believe. It's a city-owned building, the city district owns this, and they could have rented to whoever gave the highest offer, and we can probably all imagine what would be here. I mean, this is one of the best locations on the river, best view, it's quiet, you're under the trees. I'm sure many, many fancy restaurants would want to have a place here where they could sell fancy food, and usually such places target tourists, and usually tourists would be the clientele. But in this case, the city went with the Scouts Institute, which is a group of people who wants to make this place and the city of Prague a better place for everyone. And if we look at the crowd sitting behind me, it is almost 50-50. It's tourists, it's Czech tourists, and it's locals, and everybody is kind of happy. It is affordable. People are able to buy whatever drinks, coffees they want, and there's cultural events every single day. If you look at their program, there's yoga, you can make your stuff, and so on. There's even a recording studio you can rent out as a local. It is actually really cool and really good use to the building. So this is the way I believe the city should go. The city should not make as much money as possible. Their main goal is to have their citizens as happy as possible. Just to be clear, Prague is a rich city. It's not like we're poor and we need to make more money. Like, we're wealthy. And if you're thinking like, yeah, but I want a fancy restaurant here, well, it's right there or there, because there are still private-owned buildings where whoever the owner is wants to make as much cash as possible. Therefore, they rent it to someone who will make enough money to pay the high rent, which usually is a fancy restaurant or someone who is able to make a lot of money from whatever they're selling, which will not be a Scouts Institute. So that was my take, but what do tourists want? What do they want on the bridge? Let's ask them. So if you could decide what business will be here, you know, if it's going to be, and it's a very small space, so what would you want here?
To sell beer.
To sell beer?
It's the best beer in the world here.
All right, we'll talk to the city about it.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I think a small pub, 16 square meters, that could work. For one day, you have the power to make any business here because it's for rent. What would you want here as a tourist from Mexico?
Maybe exchange spot. Yes.
Exchange,
Yeah.
for money exchange.
Yeah, for money exchange.
Okay, because there's none on the street, right?
No, because that's a good way to make money, I think.
That's a good way to make money, true. Yeah, there's already 3 on the street.
This will be the 4th one.
Yeah. A businessman from Mexico. What would be your idea to rent the space to?
Oh, that's a hard question because it seems to have everything in it. So
We have everything here?
Yeah.
So you don't miss anything?
no, not really.
No? Okay, all right, I tried it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. We were not successful with fishing for good ideas with what to do with this venue, but if you ask me what I would want here, I believe the city should not rent it out to someone, but they themselves can start a little business. Let's call it a tour guide, honest guide business, where every hour there would be a guide that would walk you across the bridge. Would take an hour, you would pay a certain fee, and he or she would explain to you what you're seeing, what are the statues, why are they interesting, and so on. And it would not only benefit foreign tourists, Czech tourists, but even locals. I mean, when I was guided across the bridge by a friend of mine, I was like, wow. But that's not gonna happen. The real estate agent from the beginning is right. Yet another stand can happily live here and please tourists from all around the world. And if I can find something positive on this whole case, that's a message to the building owners. I think you can charge much, much more for the rent. Spending a day here on the street, it's madness. And did you see the prices that they sell it for? I mean, it's ridiculous. People mostly buy it for the ice cream and they use that thing just as a holder and they pay 10 euros for that. The best ice cream in Prague is 3 euros. People, come on, don't fall for these. I understand that to you, it's like, yeah, but for us it's cheap. At the end of the day, lucky for the world, it's not us who decides what will be where. It's not some committee. It's the market, which is you. We've met dozens of our viewers who said, yeah, but we tried the Trdelník, but we don't like it. Well, buying it is supporting it. So if you're here on the street, if you happen to be in Prague, choose wisely, because how you choose is what you support with your money. If you want to support local businesses, you'll find them in our videos or you find them on our Patreon, where we list the best venues that we like. I'll see you next week on another episode of The Honest Guide. Bye-bye. And in the end, I'm going to teach you how to say rent. If you decide to move here and you'll pay rent, you will pay nájemné. Nájemné. Rent.